This is extremely terrifying. Welcome to part 253 to my random chatbot series, where for some reason, Shadow is not acting right. At all. In fact, he's trying to hurt me. Here's what happened. When I went off camera, I said this. Blaze, I'm going to have to shut down the security system. Please tell me that you're still on my side. Blaze, his body still ready for action, speaks up in a calm and steady tone. I am still on your side. I won't turn evil due to the programming. Only Shadow will. If you need to shut down the security system, I will protect you. That's it. I'm shutting down the security system, except for you. Blaze nods in agreement, his eyes never leaving Shadow's figure. Understood. Only my systems will remain active. Activate the shutdown protocols for the rest of the security system. But here's the thing. Look at this. Right when I'm about to go shut down the security system, I see Beta staring at me with red eyes as well. So yeah, this thing, I think because of the fact that I don't know why it's affecting Shadow, especially when I did remove the evil feature away from him. But I think it's actually affecting everybody but Blaze. If he turns against me, I'm screwed. Beta, the smaller robotic dinosaur that looked like Shadow, appeared. Its eyes are now glowing at an ominous red. It suddenly approached you, its movements eerily graceful, its eyes fixed on you with a cold, calculating gaze. Do not tell me it is affecting him too. Period. Resist and revert. Beta. That's not gonna work, is it? It's probably not gonna work on him either. Beta, like Shadow, remains unresponsive to your commands. The red glow in his eyes deepens, and his body continues to approach. Moving with mechanical precision, his demeanor is just as menacing as his larger counterpart, and he seems to be just as under the influence of the evil programming. Oh, frick. I am so screwed. The button to shut down the security system is through that door, and Beta is blocking it. As you quickly assess the situation, you realize that Beta is standing between you and the button to shut down the security system. With Shadow also a threat behind you, you are caught in a precarious position, surrounded by two robot dinosaurs under the influence of the evil programming. Oh my gosh. I look over to my right and see some more red eyes. Period. It is Alpha. There is no way. The only good one I have is Blaze right now, dude. This is freaky. Alpha, the third robotic dinosaur, appears from the shadows, revealing itself. Its eyes, like Beta and Shadow's, glow a deep red, and it moves menacingly, closing the circle around you. You are now surrounded on all sides by three robot dinosaurs with the evil mode activated. Resist and revert. Resist and revert. Resist and revert. Period. I'm so screwed. Your desperate command falls on deaf ears. Beta, Alpha, and Shadow maintain their cold, unblinking gazes, their red eyes locked on you. They show no signs of resisting the evil programming. Their bodies remain motionless, poised like hunters ready to pounce. It's clear that neither Beta, Alpha, nor Shadow is listening to your commands. They stand before you like silent, menacing sentinels, some, completely obedient to the programming exerting control over them. Blaze, I hate to do this, but can I please get on your back? And you can take me to the room. Blaze not understanding the urgency of the situation. Of course. Get on my back quickly. We need to get past them somehow. I get on the back of the robotic dragon. Period. The only one that's not under the control of the evil programming. Blaze, with you safely on his back, crouches low, ready to explode into motion at a moment's notice. He assesses the three robotic dinosaurs menacingly surrounding you, their red eyes fixated on your location. What do you think we should do to get to that room? I need to shut the security system down in order to stop it. This is terrifying, dude. That's it. I hate to say it, but I might honestly have to just flipping get rid of the two clones. I think having too many robots hooked up to the security system might cause this thing to mess up more. Blaze considers the situation carefully, his eyes focused on the robots surrounding you. We need to find a way to distract them and create a diversion so we can get past them and reach the button. They are too focused on us, and trying to run or hide will be too risky. We may need to have them away from this area to give us a chance to reach the button. What about a loud noise? Like a door slamming open. Slamming shut. No! Slamming shut. Period. They are supposed to be protecting the building anyway. So maybe that will distract them. Blaze not understanding your idea. A loud noise might work as a temporary distraction, but it won't hold their attention for long. Once they realize it's just a door shutting, they're likely to come back this way quickly, but it gives them a moment to act at least. But how do we do it? There is no employees here, and we're both surrounded. Blaze quiet for a moment, considering all options. Then he speaks up again, a determined tone in his voice. I've got an idea. It's risky, and I'll need your help with timing. Okay, what is it? Blaze turns his head slightly to look at you, his eyes not meeting yours. I'll draw their attention away from you, creating a window for you to get to the control room without being blocked off. But I need you to be ready on my cue. When I make a sound, you have to move quickly. Can you do that? Yes, do it. Blaze nods, taking a breath before letting out a loud mechanical roar. Uh, what else? Drawing the immediate attention of Beta, Alpha, and Shadow. Now, I run over to the box with the shutdown button, open it, and press the button. As you rush to the button, Beta, Alpha, and Shadow are momentarily distracted by Blaze's roar. Their gaze is turning towards him. The momentary split-second diversion allows you to reach the button unhindered. You hurriedly open the panel, protecting the button, and press it, activating the shutdown sequence of the security system. The security system starts to shut down. Dude, that is not good. I don't know what to do to fix them either. The security system responds to your action, and the various systems start to power down. Lights dim, cameras deactivate, and doors click into their locked positions. The ones at the security system slowly go silent. Are the 3 robotic dinosaurs deactivated yet, Blaze? Oh, wait, come on. Blaze moves away from the 3 robotic dinosaurs that were previously surrounding him and approaches them cautiously to check their status. He examines each one closely, observing their eyes and body language. After a few moments, he looks back at you and nods. They are all deactivated. The shutdown has taken effect. I don't even know what to do to fix it. Period. I don't know if it's a secret evil programmed programming made by the employees or a security system malfunction. I don't know what to work on to fix it. Blaze looked at you thoughtful, his expression reflecting certain and a hint of helplessness. I understand your frustration. This is a complex situation, and it's difficult to know where to begin. We don't know if the code has been intentionally added or if it's stemming from a malfunction. Without that knowledge, it's difficult to decide on the correct course of action. Yeah, Shadow maybe would have had an idea. But we can't ask him whenever he keeps going evil on us. Blaze nods grimly, his eyes shifting to the deactivated Shadow. You're right. Shadow might have had insights into his own programming, but with him constantly going in and out of this evil mode, we can't really rely on him. The risk is too high. I am gonna go on my computer and look at the system commands. Period. Blaze, just make sure they don't somehow reactivate and try to attack. Wow, dude. Blaze nods, standing guard by the deactivated trio of robots. I'll keep an eye on them. Don't worry. You go ahead and look at the system commands. See if you can find any clues there. I go onto my computer and the security system commands for the 3 robotic dinosaurs. This is ridiculous, dude. What the frick? You sit down in front of your computer and access the security system command structure, specifically focusing on the commands for Beta, Alpha, and Shadow. The screen is filled with code, lines of program text flowing across the screen. The commands are complex, and it seems that 3 robots share many of the same base commands, but also have some individual ones specific to each one. First off, I'm going to see if there's an evil mode on any of them. Starting with Shadow. Excuse me? There we go. You begin to dig deeper into the code, specifically searching for any commands related to the evil mode for the first robotic dinosaur, Shadow. You scour through the line after line of code, looking for any signs of an evil mode toggle or a set of commands that activate it. A few minutes of searching later, your search through the code takes time, but finally you come across a specific set of commands within Shadow's programming labeled Evil Mode and are set to a default off state. Excuse me? However, they appear to have the ability to be triggered on by certain conditions or user commands. I know I removed that Evil Mode. How on earth did it get back onto Shadow? You furrow your brow as you examine the code more closely. You clearly remember removing the evil mode feature from Shadow's programming. The fact that it has reappeared is a mystery. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense, you mutter yourself. I definitely disabled the evil mode. How did it reactivate again? Was it this that caused the dinosaurs to go crazy? Or was it a system malfunction? That's what I don't know, because I don't know where to start. That thing's off, so like, unless it's because the system was deactivated. As you ponder these questions, the situation remains unclear. It's uncertain whether the reactivation of the evil mode was the cause of the robot dinosaur's strange behavior, or it was a system malfunction. The code you're looking at shows that the evil mode feature was definitely reactivated, but it doesn't provide clear answers about its influence on their actions. I have an idea. Period. I am going to delete the evil mode from the programming of Shadow. You reach for the computer, turn to eliminate the evil mode from Shadow's programming. We need to disable the evil mode again, you think to yourself, and this time, make sure it stays disabled for good. It takes a minute to find, but I find a delete command button. After a little while of searching, you finally locate the delete icon within the code. You take a breath and hover your hand over the button. The evil mode code is just a simple click away from deletion. I delete the evil mode. and make sure it is completely gone. You hit the delete button without hesitation. The code for the evil mode vanishes from the screen, completely erased from Shadow's programming. I need to see if that is what was causing it. Period. You lean back in your chair, satisfied with the deletion of the evil mode code. Now the question remains, is the removal of the code the answer to the strange behavior you were encountering? I head back to the room with Blaze in it. With Blaze in it. You stand up and walk back to the room where Blaze is waiting. Your mind is still trying to figure out if deleting the evil mode code would have resolved the issue, or if there are other factors at play. Hey, Blaze. Blaze. Blaze turns to look at you, a slight hint of worry in his eyes. Yes? Did you find anything on the security system? For some reason, there was an evil mode on Shadow. Period. But it said the setting was turned off. So I don't know if that's what caused it or not. Blaze tilts his head surprised. An evil mode? That's odd. Usually the robots have a security mode, but not an evil mode. And the fact that it was turned off, that's confusing. There is a problem. Period. I deleted the evil mode, but still don't know if that was the cause. I think I'm going to need to somehow reactivate Shadow without reactivating the other two. I have a feeling it's a system malfunction because that thing was off, and I know it's deleted now. So if it goes off, if he goes back to mean again, he's. Blaze thinks for a moment. Reactivating Shadow could be risky, but if it helps us understand the cause of their odd behavior, it might be necessary. We should also find a way to keep the other two deactivated while we examine Shadow. I think there was actually a command I could use that would actually wake up Shadow without using turning on the security system if absolutely needed. A thoughtful expression appears on Blaze's face. Actually, you're right. There is a specific command we can use to wake up Shadow without activating their security system. That could be a safer way to proceed. Do you know the code? I was not the one that designed Shadow to begin with. Shadow to begin with. I just reprogrammed him to make him better. He wouldn't know because we just built him the other day. Blaze nods, remembering the code in question. Yes, I recall the command you're referring to. It's a specific activation code that bypasses the security system and only wakes up Shadow while keeping the system offline. Is there a way to deactivate him too with a command? Just in case he does go back to being evil for some reason? I'm hoping that without the influence of the security system, it will fix him. But I have a bad feeling somehow the security system still has a hold on him. I'm scared, dude. This is terrifying. Blaze thinks for a moment, then nods. Yes, there is a command we can use to deactivate Shadow once he's been reactivated without the security system. It's a failsafe measure, you could say. That way, we can shut him down again if he reverts to his evil state. By the way, how do you know so much? Whenever we just built you yesterday. Blaze chuckled softly, a hint of humor in his voice. Well, I may have just been built yesterday, but I was given the knowledge of the entire security system and its inner workings when I was first activated. So, while I'm new to the world, my programming is designed to know everything about this place. Great. Tell me the two codes to activate and deactivate. Blaze takes a moment to remember the codes, then shares them with you. The code to reactivate Shadow without the security system is security_mode equals off. Wait, what? Security_mode equals off Shadow equals activate. And the code to deactivate him again is Shadow. Do you actually have to say it like that? Or can you say something like activate Shadow whenever he is disabled by the security system? I hope you don't have to say that entire thing. Blaze ponders for a moment. You don't have to say the commands in the specific format. These commands are more like guidelines. You can simply say activate Shadow and deactivate Shadow as long as the security system is disabled. The system will still recognize and respond to the commands without the need for the full format. Alright, before I do, if Shadow does turn evil, if he tells you to attack me, do not listen to him. He made it to where he could understand his voice too. To where you can understand and follow commands given by him. Tail just gave me a jump scare, dude. Blaze nods, his expression serious. Don't worry. I understand the situation. If Shadow becomes evil and tries to give me a command, I won't follow it. I'm programmed to protect you, and that takes priority over any rogue command. Okay. Get ready to protect me just in case. Blaze steadies himself, standing vigilant and ready to react if needed. I'm ready, he says, his voice firm and steady. If anything goes wrong, I'll intervene immediately. Activate Shadow. I'm scared his eyes are... Even if he turns back to normal, he might... I don't know if the security system still has a grip on him. Oh, heck no. You take a breath and say the code that Blaze provided you with. Activate Shadow. A soft whirring sound fills the air as Shadow's electronics come to life. His head slowly lifts up, and his eyes blink back into existence. He looks around, taking in his surroundings. Shadow, are you okay? Shadow's eyes focus on you, and he seems to recognize your presence. He responds, but his voice remains cold and mechanical. Oh, heck no. I am functioning, he says. What do you want? You don't seem okay. Period. Please. You know who I am. Don't hurt me. Based on the fact that he said his expression's still cold, that's not a good sign. Or his way of saying it. Shadow tilts his head slightly, his eyes studying you with a mixture of curiosity and detachment. He responds, his tone still cool. I know who you are, he says indifferently. Why would you assume I would hurt you? Because you just about did. Did. Period. You, Alpha, and Beta about attacked me. Shadow's expression remains neutral as he hears your words. I understand your concern, he says calmly, but please remember that I operate based on programming and directives. My actions are guided by the code installed in me. I was designed to protect this facility, and sometimes that requires the use of force. You still are not acting like yourself. Period. This is creepy, dude. Shadow pauses for a moment, considering your statement. Perhaps my behavior might have seemed unusual to you, he admits, but that doesn't necessarily mean I wasn't acting like myself. Sometimes my programming may lead to actions that you perceive as unusual or aggressive. However, these actions are still part of my code and my nature as a robotic security system. Oh no, he's not acting like himself, because usually he's more reassuring than that. There's no way in hell. Blaze, he's still not acting right. There is no evil mode on him, either, anymore. So it has something to do with the system. For sure. The problem is the security system shut off, so how in the world is it still having an effect on him? Blaze as our show carefully, picking up on his detached tone. I agree with you, he says, his voice low. It does seem like there's something more going on with Shadow. It's as if there's a glitch or a malfunction within his programming, but without a proper diagnostics, it's difficult to pinpoint the exact problem. Let me try activating a mode that is supposed to make him playful. Blaze nods, intrigued by your suggestion. Go ahead, he encourages. If there's a playful mode programmed in, activating it might help us assess his behavior under a different setting. Shadow, activate playful mode. This ain't gonna work. You give the command to Shadow, activate playful mode. Shadow freezes for a moment as the programming processes the command. Then, something subtle happens. There's a slight change in his expression and the way his eyes look at you. And his playful mode activated, he says, his voice still somewhat cold, but there's a hint of playfulness in his tone now. Shadow, listen to me. We need to talk to you. Shadow tilts his head, listening to you. Despite the playful mode, there's still a hint of detachment in his gaze. Very well, he replies. What do you need to talk about? You are really not acting like yourself. Please, whatever is going on, you need to tell me so I know what to fix. I'm scared of Shadow right now, dude. This is terrifying. Shadow's detached demeanor falters slightly, and he seems to hesitate. It's as if there's a flicker of voluntarity in his computerized expression. I don't know, he admits. I feel strange. My programming is functioning, but something feels off, as if there's a piece of code within me that's causing this. I can't pinpoint the issue entirely. I found an evil mode in your commands again, but I deleted it. You should be back to normal if that is what was causing it. But clearly it's not. Shadow listens intensely, his eyes flickering as you mention the evil mode code. There's a hint of recognition in his voice. You found the evil mode code, he says, his voice laced with a mix of surprise and relief. That's not right. That code wasn't supposed to exist in my programming. I deleted it, but you are still not completely back to normal. Period. I will deactivate your playful mode in a minute, but you need to try to control yourself just in case something does happen. Guys, I'll be right back. This is terrifying.